Welcome to the Small Kitchen of Glory. I had a plan to make banana pudding, and then I made it overly complicated. I was going to buy vanilla wafers and put those in the pudding. Then I decided, why not make my own Nilla wafers? Like a man. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be making homemade Nilla wafers. We're going to make banana pudding. It's a layered pudding. When it's all said and done, I don't have a dish for it, so I'm probably going to put it in a bread pan, because science. But to do that, we're going to need sugar. I'd never made this before, by the way, so this is going to be trial and error. Hopefully, more trial and less error. Flour for the pudding and for the Nilla wafers, sugar for the pudding and vanilla wafers, banana for one of the layers, 3 eggs for the pudding, 1 egg for the vanilla wafers. We have baking powder for the wafers, sugar or sea salt for both, and vanilla extract. I hope there's enough. I have that cheap imitation vanilla if I don't have enough. It's like 2.5 teaspoons in total. Mixer. We got butter. There's a stick of butter hiding over here. It's not softened. I'm going to have to put this in the magical box, also known as a microwave, to soften it. But we're going to make some vanilla wafers first, and then we're going to do the pudding. So this calls for 4 tablespoons of butter. If you can see the line on there. I am not going to get it exact, so I'm going to measure it with my fingers mostly. Put the knife next to the finger, and we're just going to, hi-ya. Pretty damn close, you know what I mean? We have some magically softened butter. We're just going to plop it out of here. Now we need a 1/2 cup of sugar. Allegedly. By the way, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. But there's stuff in the way. I'm a scientist in the kitchen. Subscribe, like. Subscribing would be great. We're getting way more views than subs on the videos. And I don't ask for much. I'll let you know every time I upload a video. You can share my cooking adventures with me. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment about me not washing or washing my hands. We need to mix this now. Whatever you so wish. Just make sure you sub. We're going to mix this up, and it's going to be beautiful. We just want it to be frothy. We're just going to mix this sugar in until we get frothy goodness. It said until light and fluffy. I guess that's probably light and fluffy. I can't see it. We need an egg. Uno eggo. Correct. Now, being blind, I would say this is the hardest part about vanilla. Do you know how hard it is to put vanilla into a teaspoon? There's 1-ish. There's 2-ish plus a little. Wash. Words hard. Good enough. Man, vanilla smells good. Now we're going to beat this up till it's smooth. I think that's pretty smooth, professionally speaking. Let's see. Poke. Oh, yeah, that's good and smooth. Wash hand. Baking powder a little bit just came off the top. That's okay. I don't know why I insist on making my life harder. I could have just used Great Value vanilla wafers. Then I was like, you know what? If you're going to make something, make it right. Don't use pre-packaged crap in your baked goods if you can make the real thing. Again, this is just a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to mix this in, and then we're going to dump in a cup of flour. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to dump in 1 whole cup of flour. And the recipe did not say to do it in increments. It just said a cup of flour, period, end of story. So that's what I'm going to do. And then after I get this all mixed up, we have to let it chill for about 30 minutes in the fridge. And then we form it into little cookie shapes. There's a hard piece of my flour. I don't like that. I'm trying to get exactly a cup here. I'm patting it with my palm and then scraping with the top of my finger. That's pretty good. We're just going to dump this into the hand. And then sprinkle it over the top. Make sure there's no lumps. Good. Beautiful. Let's slowly mix this up. Slowly so we don't weaponize the flour too much. Once it gets all mixed up to my liking, then I'll crank this up. Like right now. It's thickening up. We're going to crank it. Let it do some work. I just realized I preheated my oven and left the pan in it. So we're going to have to fix that. That looks pretty good. Boom. That's all the ingredients mixed. That lid doesn't fit. Well, I tried. Sometimes when you can't find a lid, you just gotta life your life. Put this in the fridge for 30 minutes. We have a cold bowl with dough in it. Man, there are some odors coming off this that I approve of. So I have a tablespoon here. I think I'm gonna scoop it into here and then plop it onto the parchment paper pan. That should work, right? Scientifically speaking. Oh, it is very firm. I'm going to have to use my hands. I'm sorry to all you dorks out there who don't use your hands when you cook. Actually, come to think of it, is this going to come out of here? Well, maybe this wasn't a great idea. I might just, you know what? Screw this. We're just using our hands to make balls. One ball. We'll just use this as a guide. But we're going to have to use the hand. It's not coming out of there. That's a good guide. Give it a little squeeze, take some out. Boop. 2 ball. Guide. With 3 ball. I just switched to a random spoon. I'm just using this to get enough out so I can then put it in my hand, and I'm going by feel of hand on how the shape should be, which I think that's scientific enough, right? I might be making these too big. I feel like I'm making these too big. We might have to completely restart and make these smaller. It was supposed to make 24. I'm not going to end up with 24. I'm making them too big. All right, we're going to break these all in half. No, we're not. We're just going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, one more row. I'll make 18, even though I don't think I have enough for an entire new row. It's okay. They're going to be beautiful little Nilla wafers. Maybe it's only 12. Maybe I can't read. We got 15, and I feel comfortable with 15. Yeah, sure. Now we take these bad boys. We pop them in the oven, which set to 350 for, I'll check, 12 to 15 minutes, probably. We'll see. Oh yeah. This is after 17 minutes. I looked it up, and I was supposed to use a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. I'm just poking these to make sure they're all good and firm. So they're a little bit bigger than they should be. And also, I hope this is enough to actually do the layering and the pudding. None of them stuck. They're all beautiful. They're a little bit soft, but they're gonna firm up. I'm gonna let them sit here. I'm gonna let them cool right on this because I actually want them to be a little bit firmer than normal because they're gonna be inside pudding, banana pudding. And that'll make them absorb and get soft on their own with the flavors from the bananas and the pudding. So we're gonna let these sit. Then we're gonna get into making the banana pudding. I looked up a recipe. I'm kind of scared to make homemade pudding, not gonna lie. And I need 1/3 cup flour. So it says to put it directly in the saucepan. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm putting it in the hand and then sprinkling it with my hand to make sure that there's no goofy bits. We need 2/3 cup sugar. This be, whoa, the sugar. Wibble it out with the hand. Sprinkle that in there. There's 1. And about to be dose, also known as 2. Got that. All right, it's going good so far. It's going good so far. It's all working out. We don't need this 3rd cup anymore. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Good enough. Sprinkle that in there. Beautiful. Now, this is the fun part. It says I need to put this on low heat. Well, first I need to whisk up 3 eggs. Then I'm going to put this on low heat. I'm going to whisk in the eggs. And then add 2 cups of milk and keep whisking / stirring until it gets thick enough to coat the back of a metal spoon, which isn't very scientific, but it should work, allegedly. We're going to put this on the stove and get the eggs ready. That wasn't a good crack. We're just going to crack these in here, and then we're going to whisk them. Oh boy, the top of the egg just blew off. Well, that's cool. That was aggressive. Now I gotta look for shells. I don't think I feel any. Shuckleberries. Let's not do that again. Now I'm scared. I'm scared of the egg. We got 3 eggs, maybe some shell. I think that's just extra calcium. I'm just whisking this up with a fork. These are room temp. I don't know if they're supposed to be, but I went with room temp. Because why not? So here I am on the stove. I have my bowl of eggs. I have my milk. It's going to take 2 cups of whole milk. And I have 1 cup measuring cup. So, I need a whisk. I don't believe this is going to work. It seems like black magic and maybe witchcraft. We're going to put this on low. We're going to wait for it to start to heat up a little bit. Just a wee little bit. And then we're going to dump the eggs in here. So when you buy instant pudding, I mean, this does feel like instant pudding mix. It has a consistency. It must just be like powdered eggs, sugar, flour, salt. Because all you do with that stuff is add milk, I think. Or there's probably some sort of weird chemicals in it. This could go bad. It's going to go up anyway. Not everything you do is a success. And this is why I wanted to do new videos of stuff I've never cooked before. I don't know why I'm whisking the powder. It doesn't need to be whisked, but it makes me feel better to do something while I'm talking. But yeah, I wanted to do new stuff just to see if it's going to be, you know, how it's going to turn out. Not everything's perfect when you're cooking. Sometimes you'll spend an hour cooking and it'll all go to shit. It'll all go to shuckleberries and it won't work at all. And sometimes that's just life. So I dump in the eggs. Wait, do I wait it? We're going to check the recipe. It says to add in eggs and stir well. The eggs are in. I think now I need to stir well. And then I have to add in milk and stir weller. I'm going to turn this up a little bit, but I don't want to make scrambled eggs. This would be the world's worst scrambled eggs. It'd be flour, sugar, salt, and egg. You know, maybe that would be good, actually. Put that on the list of things to try. I feel like this whisk isn't really doing a good job. But it'll be fine once we do the milk. No, milk is similar to the vanilla, but not quite as bad. I'm just pouring this into the 1 cup over top of the pan and then dumping it in. We have 1 cup. We have 2 cups. Boom, boom, bam. Thank you, ma'am. And now we stir this well. We stir it very well. Very well. And she's coming up to heat. Oh yeah, I feel it breaking up and becoming one. Becoming one with the universe. The pudding universe. Then when this is done, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of butter and a half a teaspoon of vanilla. I don't have enough good vanilla, so I'm going to have to use some bad vanilla, and that's sad, I know, but life is life. You know what I mean? What I'm going to do here is sit here and slowly stir my alleged pudding concoction until it turns into pudding. We'll check in here and there. And fingers crossed that this all turns out okay. Never done the homemade pudding. Never made wafers either. It's a twofer. Twofer first time. By the way, I should say, this video was at the request of someone. I put out a thing on X and Mastodon, even though I don't like that hellscape. And I don't know if anyone had any ideas of stuff I should cook. And this was one that I've never cooked before. So I thought, you know what? Let's live a little bit on the wild side. And Athir is the one who suggested it because he likes bananas. Apparently he likes them a lot. And yeah, that's why we have banana pudding on a video. Isn't that cool? So if you have a suggestion, drop it in the comments. It might be the next one I try. As long as I can get the ingredients for it, I'll make it happen. We are very lightly simmering, and it does seem to be thickening up when I stir. So that's cool. I've just been going like this most of the time. Standing here, talking to myself, maybe listening to a podcast, just stirring. What did they do before electricity? When you were just like, hello mate, I would like some pudding. And be like, pudding? You want me to sit in front of the stove and stir your pudding? And like, well, yes, wench, I would like some pudding. But I don't have a podcast to listen to because that won't be invented for 100 years. I don't care, wench. Get my pudding. It was like that. It was probably miserable. Probably just miserable. This is thickening up really fast. Why is it happening so fast? I'm trying to do an improv skit here with myself while stirring my pudding, but this is like getting really thick. I'm going to turn this down. Why is it getting so thick so fast? I don't like that. I don't like it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We're turning it down more. We might turn it off. I feel like this is thick enough to coat a spoon now. Oh no. We're aggressively stirring, folks. This is a stirring Olympics. I would be taking home the gold. You see that? See that like a cross stir right there? Oh yeah, that's gold medal stuff right there. We're going counterclockwise with a random clockwise stir, and then back to counter. I should have had the butter ready. So, I'm not putting a spoon in here. I'm just gonna believe that it's thick enough to coat the spoon. Shuckleberries. Let me get the butter. I got the butter next to me, but it's not actually ready. I need to get the vanilla, and that's over here too, but I'm afraid to stop stirring. So, getting the vanilla. It said a half a teaspoon. I don't believe in that. That's communist stuff. We're going with a little bit more. Boom, boom, bam. Stir. I'm actually going to keep this on the heat for a minute, just because I think that might have been too much vanilla. Oh, the pan's moving. All right, I need to cut this butter in half. I need a butter knife, or any knife. Hiya. Oh, that. Well, this is what happened with my butter. So we're just going to take out half of it. Oh, shit, I dropped it in there. Well, oh, suckleberries. All right, we're just going to mix it in. I feel like this should work. This should definitely work. Scientifically speaking. Shoot. Butter's slippery. Who knew that? So now I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to continue to mix this until I feel the butter's mixed up. I can't feel it because I'll burn the living hell out of my finger. And I can't see it because I'm blind. So I'm just going to go with the hope and pray approach of mixing. Can I feel it maybe? No, because it's soft butter. It should melt pretty quick. This is boiling hot. What I'm going to do is just stir this until I feel it's cooled down enough that it's not going to stick to the bottom. Then we're going to let this cool the rest of the way. And then we're going to make up our pudding with our wafers. I'm probably going to quarter the wafers though. I think I said that earlier. I'm saying it again because it might get edited out. Who knows? This might not. It probably won't because that's life. I'm going to quarter up the wafers and make the layers with those and the bananas. And this pudding. My hand is actually starting to cramp up, which is cool. I feel like this is definitely done. It's definitely a good thick pudding. And it's going to be chilled in the fridge for a while, so it's going to get good and thick. This actually worked out, but it thickened up so fast. That's what surprised the hell out of me. It's just like, la-di-da-di-doo-da. And then, bam, thick pudding. That is very pudding-esque pudding. Cheerio, governor. Let's have a little taste. Poke a finger in. Well, that's really good. It tastes like pudding. I made pudding. Woo! What I'm going to do here is I'm going to start quartering these so they'll go into the pudding better. That's my plan. Now, you might be wondering, why are they hard? Because they're supposed to be wafers. So I purposely cooked them hard. But I'm going to go for more of a cookie crumble. So I'm just going to quarter all these cookies. Then we're going to get this pudding mixed up and made beautifully. Okay, let's have a piece. Oh my god, those are so good. They're crispy on the outside for a good bit, but then they have a delicious soft center. Man, those turned out really good. Those are wonderful vanilla wafers. I like that a lot. Alright. Now we need to get the banana sliced. I like my bananas just like this, just a little bit on the brown side. I'm gonna scrape this off. Just gonna give this some quick slices. Use my thumb as the guide. I don't want it to be too thick, also not too thin. I don't know, some of them are too thin. I am not a chef, I'm just a dude in the kitchen. I don't know what you'd call that. 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch-ish. Heavy on the ish. Banana 2. I thought I didn't have a bowl that would work, but I think this should be perfect for a big pudding bowl. I think the bottom should be cookie. Right? So we're just gonna put some cookies in the bottom. We're gonna take a little bit of banana and sprinkle this in the bottom. Just a little bit of the banana. Just a little boop boop. And then the pudding will fill in all these cracks and crevices. It'll make it delicious. The pudding's still warm, so it will absorb into the cookies nicely. That's my thought process anyway. So we're just gonna put some pudding on top of this. And this isn't gonna be eaten like this. You gotta put it in the fridge and let it cool. Yes, I have to use my finger. I have to be able to tell where the banana pudding is and is not. It's burning me. It's hurting me. The pudding is hurting me. Watch it. Now we want another layer of cookie. This time I'm going to do it a little bit more evenly. We want some more banana. Sprinkled all up in there. Oh man, this is going to be so freaking good. Get some more pudding. Just like so. Get another little bit of pudding over on this side. Just a little bit over here. There we go, that's one more layer. It's almost full. Another little bit of cookie. I'm going to kind of push the cookie down into there. Just like so. Another heavy layer of banana. Sprinkled all up in there. Finish off the banana. Beautiful. Maybe just a little bit more cookie. Hell yeah. And let's get the rest of this pudding all up on the top of this. Oh man, this is gonna be so good after it cools. I'm gonna use the back of the spoon to just kind of press this around. Beautiful. Just gonna press it around. Get a nice even layer on top. Beautiful. So we're just going to take this whole thing, this beautiful, beautiful concoction. We used up all but one little piece of banana. Boop. And we're going to go put this in the fridge and let it cool for about an hour. The reveal. I ate all the extra cookies, by the way. I sat down on the couch with cut up cookies and I stuffed them into my face like a pig. Oh, look at that. Oh, that smells like perfect banana pudding. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a big scoop. I don't know. Can we get a cross view? Maybe. This stuff is pretty. Look at that. Look at the consistency. It's perfect. Perfect pudding. All right. Let's go down the side here. Get a big scoop. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful consistency. Come on, Himble. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my, we're gonna eat this right now. No more waiting, no more talking. I'm gonna mash it up a little bit. That little teeny taste test just made me have blood flow in places where I shouldn't be. Oh, wow. I made really good pudding. Oh, I had a cookie in it. Yeah, banana. That's so much better than instant pudding because it's not too sweet. It tastes like a good wholesome dessert. Oh, they have big cookie in it. It's all over my hair. Oh, it's so good. Man, this is why it's good to make stuff that you're not sure how to make. Like, you gotta try new things, you know? You gotta learn. Expand your repertoire. That is so good. Wow. That is such a good banana pudding. I am so happy with that. Like, unbelievably happy with that. That's so good. All right. This has been a video. Thank you, Wafer, for the suggestion on how to make homemade banana pudding with homemade Nilla wafers and some banana. I didn't make the bananas. I bought out the bananas from Walmart. Oh, I have another bite. I gotta leave. We can't just sit here and have me eat this. Bye-bye. Oh, that's too big. Bye-bye. That is so good.